cat till it's gone. Hello family, how you doing today? I'm Adubia CJ and this is my living. Welcome. Today I want to talk about the vote that matters, and that does not mean that going to the different elections on different occasions doesn't matter. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I want to talk about a vote that I haven't really heard about on TV from America or from Norway. There's political things going on around the world all the time. The vote that really matters, the way I see it, is the vote that we do every day through the choices that we make. The highest currency that we have, in my opinion, is our attention. Think about it. What has your attention usually also has your money, or is where you give your money. So if you're a person that gives a lot of your attention to football and you watch football and you're passionate about football, then you're also going to be spending more money on things that are related to football or makeup or whatever it is. So attention is so powerful, and that's what everything is competing about. Like if you've watched Gary Vee, for example, he also talks about that everything is always competing for your attention. Different social media devices, different phones, the iPhone XS, the Pixel 3, the launch dates, always trying to grab people's attention, because the more they have your attention, the more likely it is that they'll also get your money. And also think about it, we say pay attention. Like pay attention. And what is attention? I've been reflecting on this, like voting, and how to relate it and formulate a message that I want to share, or an expression, which is attention is focused awareness, and awareness is what makes us able, what allows us to experience and express life. The fact that we are aware of ourselves and our environment is what, in a way, proves that we're alive. You know, so where you focus that awareness, where you give your attention, is so powerful. If you're focused on negativity, then the negativity is going to have a huge influence in your life. And you're going to be aware of how much it affects your life depending on how much attention, how aware you are of it. With myself, from early on when I decided I didn't want to eat meat, I didn't want to be strict on myself and say that I'm never gonna have meat again. I have to be vegan now, so it's either I'm in all the way or I just blow it up, because I knew how much I love food and how used I was to eating meat, and how that transition, I was open to it taking as long as it needed to take. And the reality of the matter is that I still have fish on occasion. It's maybe 5 months ago since I had some meat, and the funny thing is I don't really enjoy it anymore. But my main point with bringing this up is that I call myself a conscious consumer. So it's not about judging myself off of what I eat, where kind of, but it's more about knowing what you're eating, knowing how it affects your body and how it affects the body of the planet and of the universe. Because as we are reflections of the universe, the better we treat ourselves, the better we're treating the all and no thing. So that's also what I want to bring into this with being conscious consumers, being conscious about where you're giving, what you're giving your attention, how it's affecting your own body and the environment and the planet and the universe, and also where you're giving your money. So if you buy a product that's cruelty-free, you're voting for empathy. You're voting for that it matters not only to you, but to the animals, to the planet, to the universe, how we treat each other. Whether it's about the animals or people, race, age, all of that stuff, illusion of separations. How you spend your money, how you spend your attention, is the most important vote that you have. That's the power that you hold. And when you go to an election, yes, that has a certain effect, but that's external power. You have kind of everything is connected, so it kind of goes in together. But my point with this video is just to raise more awareness on how being conscious consumers. And the most important change that we can create is the one we create in our own lives. And by us changing, we're also being part of the change in the world. That's also why I'm doing self-education, because I was talking about it for so long, and then I was like, but why don't I do it? The time that we're living in now is so beautiful to actually get it done. Like, let's get it started in high. Let's get it started in here. And then I also said, you won't get muscles unless you exercise step by step. Exactly. So everything, when it comes to self-love, when it comes to gaining muscles, when it comes to being able to braid your hair, everything is step by step, day by day. And so the most potent change that we create is the one that we consciously and patiently and passionately go at each and every day. And it doesn't have to be like this major, okay, every single decision I make now, I'm going to make sure that every single makeup product I buy from here on out is vegan, cruelty-free, and organic. That's how I started out in the beginning. And then when I couldn't live up to that, I was ugh, and I felt defeated. And that's why I'm saying it's about conscious consuming for me. That every single step of the way, I'm aware of what I'm buying, how it's affecting, and whether it's worth it. Whether it is something I don't need, or if it's something that I can use to create even more change. You know, what's the intention of it? And the more, okay, I don't remember where I was, but then the last point I want to make is that society wants to put this illusion in people's minds that there is a magic play button, that there is a magic button you press and all your problems are solved. You write down a specific name, you vote on someone, you aliens will save us, Jesus is gonna come save us, Santa Claus is gonna come give you all you've been wishing and dreaming for, you might win the lottery and all your problems will be gone. Like, this magic play button does not exist. Everything that's worth experiencing comes with effort. It comes with disciplined effort and work and focus of attention, and being consistent with yourself. And again, it relates to how exercising is going to give you muscles. You got to go for it. You can go take steroids, but you're not going to have the strength. So you can go get the magic illusion or whatever, magic potion, but then you're not going to have the strength to actually experience and take on this new state of, because power is responsibility. And that's why I feel like, especially mentally and emotionally and spiritually, you get to a certain level depending on where you are within your own power and how much responsibility you have the power to responsibility. So how much power do you have to respond to something? And yeah, I went a little bit all over the place at the end there, but I hope that my message and my intention at least is coming through. I have some notes today because I wanted to make sure I got everything across. What are your values? And that's also specifically focused back to the voting part of it. Like, what are you, how is where you're putting your money and your attention reflecting your values? What is the change you want to see in the world, and how are you contributing? And so my attention lately has been on a new phone, buying a new phone, and I have been looking into different environmental aspects of it. So which phone company has an open factory that I can see the people that are working there, whether they're treated. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. So when it comes to buying a new phone, I'm not just looking at the latest specs, like the best camera. I'm looking at, first of all, what are my values? So I love nature. I want to preserve nature. Even if I don't get my own children, I love the earth. Like, I love the earth, and I want to preserve the earth as much as possible. So when I'm looking at a new phone to get, I'm looking at where are they extracting their minerals from, and this is deep. Like, I go in deep to study, and you decide which level you want to go at. You can research anything in today's world, so it's up to you where your values are. I'm just sharing where my mind has been and is with buying a new phone, that I'm focusing on where are they getting the materials from. Is it cultivated consciously? Is it cultivated with the intent to preserve the earth, or is it just straight up damaging? What kind of factories are people working in relating with these phones? Not just assembling, but the products themselves. Where do they come from? Are they polluting the world? Because I've seen huge trash places, specifically in Ghana, and that's so sad. Like, that's something we need to tackle today. No one's gonna come change that for us. There's no savior, there's no Santa Claus, there's no lottery ticket, there's no BS microwave click this button solution. We gotta make a change. We gotta be the change to make a change. And then I can move more into, from there, then I can move more into what is within my economic wavelength, what is compatible with my economic situation today, what can I use it for, like practicality, effectivity, all of that. But at the root of it for me is intention. So what is the company representing, and how is the company? Because it's a lot of money when you're buying a phone or a computer or a car or a house. There's a lot of money that goes into it. So you're giving a lot of power. And it's a big vote. It's a big choice to make. And the more conscious you can be about it, the more we can effectively, consciously be change and create change. So that's my message for today. Thank you so much for watching. Stay jamming, jammers. I'm gonna be back soon. I know it's been gone for a minute. I'm gonna be back soon. Okay.